looking to date a Filipina or even marry one, then you must be able to recognize these 5 red flags in a Filipina.
Welcome to our channel again, and here we are. We will continue the Filipina red flags. This is the part 2, and this is our opinion again. How are you, George?
I'm great, Rose. Thank you for doing this again. I think it's a really good idea. There's so many red flags. People like the first video, so we're here with another 5 red flags. So let's get started with the next 5 red flags of a Filipina, continuing on from our last 5. So the first one today is that they are violent when they're upset. So can you kick us off? You start, Rose. Why have we brought this one up?
Yeah, for me, that is a red flag. Of course, it's normal to get upset at the frustration, but maybe you need to take it easy when you're upset. Maybe you can like control your temper, because if you cannot control that, after that you will regret. If you hit someone, you hit your partner. And for me, it's not only for guys, or sometimes girls also, or women hit the guy when they can't control themselves, their emotions, and that's very red flag. When you hit physically your partner, it's very abusive when you do it constantly, because yeah, it's physical abuse for me.
Yeah, and for me, violent when upset. Straight away, when you say the word violent, that is dangerous. It doesn't matter how cute and how small your Filipina is. She may be only 4'9" and she may weigh well under 90 or 100 pounds. But our houses are full with so many objects that can be makeshift weapons. And in the hand of anyone, no matter how small and cute, that can be incredibly dangerous. So that's the first thing I would see, like the violence is dangerous. You then combine violence with being upset. You're not in control of your emotions. You've normally had a wave of this rage, and so the violence can get out of control really quickly. Irrational things can happen, things that we regret. The Filipino will almost always regret it a second later, but it doesn't matter because the damage gets done fast and quickly when you're not thinking straight. And so this is why it's a really bad combination. It's also a red flag because it's a sign of someone who can't control their emotions, emotional immaturity, but it's the danger involved for me.
They cannot control their anger. Sometimes they throw things away and they shout.
Yeah.
But it's maybe we can understand that they're throwing something or they're shouting because they're very frustrated. But hitting someone, oh, that's not good.
And yeah, this isn't a personal attack, but sometimes people, when they are small or physically not so strong, they can feel they need to make up, they need to compensate for this by being extra aggressive in what they do. And I believe that's why so many Filipinas might get the tag of being, oh, don't mess with a Filipina. They may look very small, but yeah, people compensate for this with aggression. And yeah, like I said earlier, you put a sharp implement or a dangerous weapon in the hand of someone very small, and it causes exactly the same damage as someone big and strong holding it.
How
Okay.
about
Number two. Number two is if you've just left a serious relationship. So I'll make a start on this one. This could mean anything, but for me, I would say if it's a serious relationship, if it's within a month or so, or you need to work out for yourself. But if someone's been in a serious and settled relationship and then they jump towards you, you should be a little bit concerned. How can someone adjust from one person to you? How can it be true feelings towards you so quickly? And it also, it shows that this person may have done this multiple times in their life. What about you?
Betrayal and cheating is very red. When you are in a serious relationship and then you meet someone that you think or you feel, oh, this one is better than my present. So you, because you're not thinking to your partner, to your present, you're just thinking about yourself. You're being self-centered, and that is a red flag when you're just thinking about your emotions, your feelings, and you're not thinking other person. And you can hurt both. You can hurt the your present. You can hurt the one that you just met. And sometimes there are different reasons why you end up that relationship suddenly, even it's so serious, even it's already 8 years, you've been living together for 8 years. There are a lot of reason for that. um but why not you just be honest on yourself that um what's the problem, ask yourself, and then try to work it out if to develop again the feelings
Hmm.
or present from your present. Actually, yeah, for me that is a red flag when you're just thinking about yourself, and then there are different reasons for why sometimes we're not happy. We are not, because sometimes feelings is not certain.
Yeah, everyone knows it takes a while to develop feelings for someone, true feelings. It's a process, but it also takes time to remove those feelings from someone. And so to get out of one relationship and into another, you've got two steps. You've got withdrawing yourself and emotionally bringing yourself away from someone. And then you need to have a period of clear mindedness. And then you start the build up of your feelings towards another person. Like to create that almost like a valley takes a lot of time. And that's why if someone's doing it quickly, you have to question, is the feelings towards you genuine? Has the feelings died down from the other person properly? It's yeah, it's a red flag. This person could be doing this very often. So
Role. Before I put some roles, that 3 months role. But actually, that is 3 months role. That before you enter another relationship, sorry, relationship or entertain someone, there is a 3 months rule that don't allow someone to don't someone within the 3 months after your relationship. But for me, I make it 1 year before I entertain someone for myself that, oh, I'm ready, and then I will not hurt my past or my present, or yeah,
very good.
that myself,
Yeah.
because respect, even it's already past, but you respect that person very well, and you respect the person you're meeting right now.
Yeah. Yeah. The trick is, yeah, you don't have to make your own rules. If you do, they're personal to you. They're personal to you, so you can create what you feel is
Ah,
suitable.
I just don't understand why like make it years the relationship if you're not in it. Maybe you're sure to him or her. Why like for example, you're not seeing him or her in the future, so why you make it 10 years before you say it to him or her.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree. I think we should move on to the next one. So the next one, this would be number 3 of this video, but number 8 overall. This would be when she talks about her exes a lot, especially if she feels the need to mention that they were jerks, like they were losers. So your turn to start, Rose. Why is this a red flag?
Of course it's a red flag because when you're always saying negative thoughts about someone, it reflects to you. For example, me, I'm always saying to you my past, oh, they are very bad. So of course you may think that, oh my god, she will say this to other people. if we will end our relationship. So that is a red flag for me because you're just gossiping someone or
Mm,
in someone. You
yeah,
know, when we're saying positive things, even how bad that person is, your past, it can like you end up in a positive things. Like you can see, you can achieve some positive things. Like you, I met you because I'm always saying positive things with my past. Not yeah.
yeah,
My sister-in-law noticed that to me that why are you saying always like complimenting my past before, like always saying good things even they are not. Yeah, sometimes we end up some complication, but
okay, yeah. So the first part of the question, sorry, the first part of the flag is that talks a lot about exes. So talking a lot about them while you're sharing time with her is a red flag because it's a sign that her mind is drifting that way towards them. It can be for the better or for the worse, but it's a sign that she's not fully focused in the moment. If it comes up in conversation occasionally, me personally, I don't mind it. Sometimes it naturally just comes up, and it can actually look a bit strange if you actively like avoid it. So that's okay. But
yeah,
it's more that she's changing the topic to bring it up, and you think, well, that's on her mind. And the second part is talking negatively about them. They're losers, they're jerks. Like, yeah, as you quite rightly said, Rose, this is a little bit concerning that it could happen to you. It's a little bit concerning that maybe she thinks all men are like this, so maybe she doesn't respect men properly. She maybe thinks they're disposable. But I think the real worry with this is that it might not even be true. She might feel that she needs to say they were bad to prove, oh, I've definitely moved on for them and you're great. Like they're bad, they're bad. It almost feels like, yeah, she can't be her true self, I think.
yes, and that's true. Always um when you're always mentioning your ex or past to your present, it's like comparison.
That's the key word, and we don't want any of that because we're all different people. And yeah, moving on to the next one. Number 4 of today, number 9 overall, is when she targets your insecurities. And I think this is one that will really resonate with a lot of guys out there. Um, because as men, we want to be built up by our girlfriend or our wife. And this is almost doing the opposite. And well, I think generally men, they're not sure whether they would choose love or respect. They need both of them. Whereas a woman, she'll normally go a little bit more for the love route. So if a man gets his insecurities targeted on, it can feel really personal. And it can feel like this girl's gone out of her way. She's focusing on your weaknesses, she's recognizing them, and she's taking the decision to blow up the problem and to confront you with it as well. It's almost an attack on your manhood. You're not good enough. This is a problem. And as men, we know we've always got things to work on. We're always going to have one area of life we're weaker on. We're well aware. And a bit of positive support on that, like, yeah, I know you can do it. Keep going. That's great. But when people point it out, they're just pointing it out and reminding you. It can be horrible. What do you think, Rose?
Yes, because we're human. We need some compliments. If we're always focusing in something negative of our partner, like insecurities, you're more than insecure than him when you're always look, always pointing his insecurities. Uh,
I
because
said,
it's
yeah.
there is a guy who loves words of affirmation. They want to hear something positive or they want to hear something like they will like that the girl is in love to them.
Yeah, and I think you make an excellent point in that sometimes it can be a projection from the girl. It can be a defense mechanism so that her insecurities are not the headline news today. And to divert attention away from her insecurities, she goes on the attack, attacking your own insecurities. So, very good point. It can actually be a sign that the girl has some deep insecurities that she's defending. Yeah. Okay, on to the final one. Number 5 of today and number 10 overall is a simple one. It's if your Filipina is argumentative. So I see a little giggle there as well. What do you understand from that word argumentative?
It's normal to have arguments in a relationship
Mm.
and agreement. But when it's all the time you argue, you debate with him, every little things, you feel that it's not good. You always make issues, and that is a red flag.
Very good. I get little tips from you before I can do my answer. Yeah, I think with argumentative, you have two limits, two thresholds. You have how many arguments, like what deserves an argument, how big does it need to be, and then you have how long it goes on. So if someone's argumentative, like you correctly said, Rose, they pick an argument, they decide to have an argument with lots of little things as well as the big things, and then as well as having too many arguments, you can have people that go on too long. Like you've debated something, you've made progress, or maybe you haven't. You're clearly exhausted. Maybe the argument's going around in a circle, but you keep going. You're maybe stubborn, and it's it's not improving anything, but you're dragging the other person into that argument. It's a red flag for me.
Yeah, that's true, George.
Yeah, and here's me as a man talking to other guys watching this. You have to be able to determine when someone is too argumentative, and it comes down to how it's making you feel. We all have different thresholds. Some of us, we're a no nonsense type of personality. You can still be a nice person, but you're not there to entertain much of this. And in your case, you have a lower threshold before it becomes too much. Other people, some people enjoy a bit more of debating, and their threshold will be higher. But it's really important you understand where yours is, and you're constantly reflecting, how is this new girl making me feel? If there's something not right, is it related to this one? Is she constantly, because arguing, the whole point of a relationship is you complement each other's lives. She will be a complement to you. She builds you up. She allows you to reach your potential. If she's too argumentative and you're feeling that this is dragging you down, it's causing you stress, she's doing the
Yeah,
opposite. And you need to be able to stand up, and you need to be able to tell her if necessary. The main thing is, before you have to confront her about this or try and resolve it or get out, you need to identify it. You need to know, how is it making me feel, before you can do anything about it. That's where it starts.
you're right. It causing some stress when there's always an argument. It's like you need to ask him or her what's the problem. There's a limitation in boundaries for each other because of course we have different personality and cultures. So acceptance, oh yeah, that's important.
Yeah,
When why she's always doing this
yeah.
to us? Um
And a
it's
lot of
not
guys, yeah, a lot of guys are going to be experienced, with quite a bit of life experience, and so that there is a bit of give and take, particularly with cultural differences, like Rose has mentioned. But you also know where that excuse stops. Like that could be used as an excuse, and there's a point where that stops. But yeah, like you can work out where that is.
when someone is arguing with you, sometimes the partner will try to relax. If the one is always is debating or arguing, maybe one try to understand or try to calm down so that you will not end up fighting each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's always good if you can recognize the arguing. You can act as a mediator, just calm it down. But yeah, I think that concludes our 5 red flags for today. We've run through 5 more important things to recognize, and yeah, we hope this helps someone out there. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. You know all the drills. Click that notification bell. you can write in the comments if there's one that really resonates with you, one that you think is something you've maybe experienced yourself. Okay. Anything else you'd like to add, Rose?
Yes, that's all. And thank you for watching and supporting our channel as always. And yeah, comment down below if you have a suggestion. What's the next good video that we will upload? Like any content topic.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we're always open for new ideas. We could even do a third video on red flags, but we've also got some other ideas as well. So
Maybe
thank you very much for watching.
maybe we should try that how to determine if it's gold digger or
Yeah, it's quite a similar topic. So maybe we'll work out if it's a different enough topic. But yeah, we can definitely try some of those and yeah, see what the audience think.
okay. Thank you, guys. And please subscribe and follow our Facebook page, The Journey with Rose. Thank you and God bless. Bye bye.
Bye bye.